Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Andy and this is your May monthly reading for the sign of Capricorn, which I'm very excited to hear because my moon is in Capricorn. And I just did the Sagittarius reading. I just finished it. I'm uploading it now. And I'm a Sagittarius and that really resonated with me, so I'm actually really curious to hear what we have for Capricorn. So I hope that you Capricorns are finding yourself very, very well, whatever time of the day it is, whatever you're going through. I hope that everything is going great, and if not, I hope that it gets so much better. And we're gonna kind of see what we can expect. And I know this is a little bit late, but I hope that we can kind of see at least what we can kind of expect for the second half of May, because we're already through the first half, right? So we'll see. Let's see what we have for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of May. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay, so we have the Hierophant in reverse. I love that. We have the Queen of Swords in reverse. Scorpio, I think, also had this as well. No, they did, yeah. What else for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of May? Ooh, Six of Swords, beautiful Six of Swords, gorgeous. I love that. What else? Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or the Magician. I love that. That's awesome. What else? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. The Moon in reverse. Okay, interesting. From the Seven of Wands in reverse. I did some readings earlier and this came out quite often. Alrighty, so let me get some water out of chip. So the Hierophant in reverse is really letting us know that this month is going to be, or at least the remainder of this month, is really going to be a month where you're cutting old ties off. You're cutting off what doesn't serve you, and it's really like you're cutting off like the extra baggage. Like things are weighing you down and you're releasing those ties. So it could be family ties, friendships, religion, marriage, literally anything that you have been committed to for a long time. So this is kind of where it could be even behaviors and mentalities, because you could have had a mentality or a belief system or behavior that has lasted you your entire life, and in that way that would be a long-term commitment. Just knowing how Capricorns are, and my own Capricorn moon, very, very stubborn energy. So this could be a lot of things that you've kind of just trudged through, stuck through, because you were too stubborn to change or too stubborn to let go of it in the past. This month, those things are going to need to be cut out. Queen of Swords in reverse. You're going to have to be honest. You're going to have to be more direct with your speaking. Capricorns are not necessarily the best or the worst communicators, but I think where they lack is communicating openly about their feelings. And this could very much have a lot to do with your feelings, just because the moon is in reverse here, right underneath the Queen of Swords in reverse. So it kind of gives me like a feeling like there isn't direct, honest conversation about feelings here, okay? But that's just what I'm picking up intuitively. But again, there just needs to be clear communication. So if you're cutting someone out of your life, you know, set a clear boundary. Like, and even if that's just what it is, if you're just setting boundaries, make sure that the boundaries are it's very clear what it is and what it isn't, okay? And again, any situation that you find yourself in this month, Capricorn. We have the Six of Swords. So here we have this energy, Six of Swords, look at this. She's like barely gasping for air. It's like just her face, and it's like most of herself is drowning. So it, and this gives me very much the same kind of energy that the moon in reverse gives me, is that like not everything, you're not seeing everything clearly. Not everything that you see like with your eyes is everything that there is. There's more underneath the surface. There's more that's hidden. And that's the same thing that the moon in reverse tells us, is that we don't know the entire truth in the situation. So whatever you're dealing with this month, Capricorn, be aware that you don't know the entire truth. The way to get the entire truth is be direct. Maybe that's just what needs to happen this month with the Queen of Swords energy in reverse, is that you need to stop not saying anything and say something, that this month needs to be a month of taking action, but taking action through your words. With the Magician, it's a reminder that you created this. Whatever you find yourself stuck in, don't be in that negative, shit-talking Capricorn energy that you can get into, where you start talking negatively about yourself, about what you should or shouldn't have done, what you did or didn't do. You created this. You are where you are because you created, you manifested it, and you alone. No one else did, okay? You create your external circumstances. So remember that when you start to talk shit about yourself, or you start to beat yourself up for things that you did or didn't do or should have done differently, okay? That needs to be cut out completely. And that very well could be for a lot of you guys this month. Be a huge transformation with the full moon in Scorpio. It's going to be a very, very big prominent change that I think is going to be long term and last, because Scorpio is a fixed sign, so it does have a lot to do with like longevity. With the Seven of Wands in reverse, you're going to really need to stand your ground. So again, it's really like, if this energy feels like you're going to be presented with, or Capricorns, you guys are dealing with a situation where you need to put your foot down and be like, no is no, or yes is yes, or this is what it is. It's like you have to put your foot down and like be vocal about what it is that you do or do not want anymore. And if what you want is the truth, because like we don't see everything, you know, we don't know what's below the surface, we don't see everything yet. Even though maybe you feel like you know everything, you don't. Trust me, this is definitely saying that you do not know everything in this situation. Maybe that's what needs to be, that's the foot that needs to be put down and be like, I need to know, because I know that I don't know everything. I know that there's other stuff hiding underneath the surface, and I would like to be aware of what it is. Because I feel like whatever it is, it's like that's what is kind of making it difficult for you to cut ties and let go of certain things. Because I feel like this situation heavily is tied into whatever it is that you're trying to cut out or whatever, and it's like you can't make a clear decision because you don't know the whole story, and you know that you don't know the whole story, and you're waiting to hear the whole story, but you need to put your foot down and say, and like be very assertive this month, I feel like, okay? So that's kind of what we see happening this month for Capricorns. Let us go through this, and we're gonna get messages directly from your higher self. So I'm going to pull 3 cards. You could take this as 3 different messages. Again, this is general, so this is like very, very broad. A lot of people watch this. Not a lot of people, but multiple people, I should say. That sounded so cocky. Oh no. I just started my YouTube channel now. I mean, like, just multiple people are going to stumble across this video. You know, if it's at least 3 different people, it could be 3 different messages. Like I said, I always tap into the energies. So again, this is coming from your higher self directly to you about what your higher self wants you to know about this month, about whatever that's happening. So from the higher self of Capricorn, what are the messages? So we have the Knight of Cups here. So you or someone else making a love offer, okay, or just an offer of emotion. So like I said, Capricorns struggle with talking about their emotions. So actually, I don't know if I said that. I think I actually said that in the Scorpio reading. But Capricorns as well are just not good. Maybe I did say that here as well. Are just not good at talking or expressing their emotions. So it could be that you're going to be more open to do that this month, and that could very well be what we saw earlier. That needs to be talked about and vocalized is your feelings and your emotions, and I see that that's definitely going to happen here with the Knight of Cups. I feel like your higher self is also just letting you know, be more open to being more vulnerable, because the Knight of Cups is like putting himself out there. Like, he is someone that's putting himself out there willingly, knowing that he could get hurt, but he could also have a really good chance of, you know, expressing that love or those emotions, and they'd be equally expressed back. So it is taking a chance. It is a bit of a risk. We have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, as well as the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like whatever is going to be offered is going to kind of bring you out of like, almost like, I want to say like almost like a stalemate type of an energy. Like an energy where you haven't really been moving or progressing. Like, things haven't really been happening. You haven't really taken action on the situation or whatever's happening. Like, there hasn't been any action. No one has been doing anything or saying anything in whatever situation you find yourself in. And I feel like this month, your higher self wants you to know to not keep everything within. Be a little bit more expressive and giving when it comes to yourself. Because I feel like with the Five of Pentacles in reverse, like this feeling of being shut out in the cold, I feel like you are shut out in the cold, or you feel that way. But I think that, again, like we saw earlier with the Magician, you created this. You put yourself here. So you have no one really to blame, even though I feel like maybe we're looking for that. We're looking for an external situation to blame and say, that's why I'm here, that's why this happened. No. It's because you weren't open to fully giving and receiving of yourself in a situation. Whether it's with another person or just anything. It can literally be anything. And I feel like you maybe even like push people away so much that, or like you pushed yourself away, you distanced yourself away so much that you're kind of left all by yourself. So remember to be more giving, remember to be more involved in people's lives as well, which now I see that, now I see where this is resonating for me. Is to not push away the people that love you and are there for you. And this is also similar to the Scorpio reading, where I think it was the Scorpio reading, might have been the Sag one. Honestly, we've all been kind of the same narrative, so feel free to check those out if you want. But not pushing away the people that are there for you. Because I feel like there's a lot of unsureness and a lot of lack of clarity right now. You know, and that is what's accumulating leading up to the full moon in Scorpio. And that's where we're going to be really clear about who's really there for us and who's really not there for us. And I feel like this is a time for you to allow yourself to be a little bit more there for the people that are there for you, because I feel like there are a lot of people that are there for you. And it seems like someone wants to express some things, their feelings to you. And it could be, like I said, it could even be that you want to express your feelings to someone as well. You're ready to take that chance because you want to be a little bit more giving, or that's at least what needs to be happening, because that's what your higher self wants you to know, is to be a little bit more giving. And remember that you put yourself here so you can get yourself out, okay? Alrighty, I hope that resonated. I'm going to get one last card, and this last card is going to be advice from Spirit. So we'll see what Spirit has. Oh, we have two cards. So I'm going to show them both. I'll take them both. We have sacrifice and mental conflict. We have a 12 and a 2. So I don't know if those numbers have any special significance. Maybe you see 12s a lot, or 222. 12 is my birthday, so this is definitely a specific significance for me. Sacrifice really has to do with freedom and gaining freedom from gaining a new perspective. So gaining a new perspective on something, I feel like Capricorns is what's really gonna is a necessity this month. Try to look at things from a detached point of view. This is the Hanged Man in traditional tarot, which Scorpio's got as well. And again, same message for them, that they needed to gain a different perspective, and you need to look at the situation from a detached place. Detach your emotions and your feelings to whatever you feel attached to, even if you're not expressive to it. Try to look at things from an outside perspective. Try to put yourself in the other person's shoes, or in the situation's shoes, per se. And I feel like the mental conflict, that comes from not being able to look at things objectively and looking at things with your feelings. Because yes, Capricorns are not like super feely, but they do have feelings, because you're a person and people have feelings, and that's just the way that life is. But I feel like Capricorns just really bottle things up, and Capricorns bottle things up so much, and they avoid dealing with their feelings and their emotions so much, to the point that that stuff builds up and it blows up. You know, and I'm talking about years of that energy accumulating itself, right? Detach yourself. Try to look at things from a different perspective. That's really all I can say. You know, I'm really, really curious to see kind of how this plays out, because I feel like there wasn't really much that we see. I feel like it's kind of going to play out, you know, in your hands. So everyone's situation obviously is going to be super individualistic and personal, because, you know, you guys are all going through very different, you know, unique experiences, and this is just the energy as a collective, as a whole. It's very general. Let me know what situations you guys are finding yourselves in, or how this is going to play out, or how this does end up playing out, because I'm actually really curious, because it seems like it's very much in your hands. You are the creator of your own reality. It's time to, I feel like it's honestly time for Capricorns to face their emotions this month, because that's what you don't want to be vocal and what you don't want to deal with, I know. And I think that this month, that's what's getting brought up, is that you're going to have to be more vocal about your feelings and your emotions moving forward. It's not just like a one-time thing. I think it's this change and this breakthrough is going to be huge for you, because it's going to go on for the rest of your life. It's going to be something that's long-term. The longevity of it is going to last, because it's something that you're going to be able to use moving forward. It's going to, I feel like you're going to have to start talking about your feelings more. You're going to have to start being more expressive about the way that you feel, about your wants and your desires as well. Alrighty, I hope that this resonated with you, and I hope that this helped you in any way, shape, or form. If it didn't resonate with you, feel free to check out your other placements as well and see if you get anything from that. Give it a big thumbs up, share it with your friends, and family. And yeah, let me know in the comments below how it resonated with you. And I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.